311 on the A-rig for our first one of the trip. Not too shabby. Fish number 2 on that little Z-Man finesse-sized jig head with a streak Z. Not bad. It's a 303. Good long fish, good long largemouth. Came off some of that man-made structure down there. The cages. But anyway, we're out here on Lake Havasu. This is for the Bassmaster Kayak Series event that's coming up this weekend on the 18th and 19th of January. It's crazy windy, so we came down. We're on the, I guess, the south end of the island where the London Bridge is. The wind is a north-northwest wind, so this is about the best I can get as far as protected as being down on this end. But we launched, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half ago, and that's our second fish. We've had 3 bites, so I mean, I feel like that's pretty good. I got one on the A-rig, and then that one just now on the Z-Man, hover strolling. So, I don't know. Everybody's saying it's gonna be a tough event, and it might be, but I mean, so far I'm happy with what I'm getting. I don't want to beat up the area too much, so I marked this structure here. And then I'm gonna run around these coves and see if I can mark some more cages, because there's obviously fish on the cages. These are down around 24, 25 feet. Water temps right now are almost 50, 49 and a half or so. So right at 50 degrees, which is cold, but I mean, these largemouth are playing. Haven't seen any smallmouth yet. Both spots that I've had bites, there's been fish grouped up. So that's a good sign if I can just catch multiples out of each spot. This is a 2-day event, so I need enough fish to put 10 in the boat over the 2 days. And if they're all that size, I think we're gonna be doing pretty good. I don't know what it's gonna take to win. Some guys are saying 170, I think is what I heard. So 85 inches a day. I talked to another guy that fishes here quite a bit, and he said if you catch a limit both days, you should be at the top. So I don't know. I assume everybody else is doing the same as me. I know a lot of guys poor mouth yesterday. Nobody I talked to caught a fish yesterday, which, as quick as I've got on them out here, I don't understand how that could be, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. So stay with us. This is Tuesday. This is my first day of practice. We'll get 4 days of practice in, and then the tournament being 2 days. So let's see what we can do. good smallie. Came off another one of those man-made cages. I think this is just going to be one of those live scope dominated tournaments. That's it. Good fish. First fish, 18 and a half. Little 14 and a quarter smallie. That came on that screw head jig. tiny one. Wow. Damn largemouth, huh? Well, that's a good one there. Pretty fish. It's a 17.5-inch smallie. So we still got probably an hour of fishing time left. I mean, it's practice, but an hour until it would be lines out. So this is day 3 of practice for me. And I think I got something figured out here. I've got some deep fish that are really close to the ramp that I'll probably start on. Try and catch them because I know some other guys have found those too. But where we are right now, I've actually crossed the lake. I'm on the California side. I'm hoping that not as many people will come over here because it's such a long run. You have to cross the lake to get here. But man, these fish are on these points and they're shallow. I caught one on a rock crawler up in like 6 feet of water. That was that last largemouth I had. It was 17 and change. I lost another one on like 2 casts before that. I just caught that 17 something smallmouth off this point in like 6 feet of water. And I think what it is it's midday and these fish are moving on these points and getting in this shallow water like 6 to 8 feet because of the warmth. I mean, it's water temps are just over 50 degrees right now. And I mean, that's the only thing I can come up with why they'd be moving up that shallow. But I mean, that was a beautiful fish that I just caught. And that was on that Janko Fishing screw head with a little 3.8 Kitech that I cut down. And I would be extremely happy with these fish that I'm catching right now in the tournament. That was actually my 6th fish, I believe. And I've had, you know, a couple others that I missed or lost. So, I don't know, I'm feeling pretty good about that. Of course, there is somewhat of a curse in there because I've done this before and had a great practice and not done well in the tournament. So, I'm gonna skip these points and go on down the lake some and try and find some other stuff. Because I feel like I can really run these points during the tournament, even if somebody else is here. Seems like everybody's been fishing really deep, and that's what I was doing at the beginning of the week. But I really think I can make it in the afternoons on these points, catching these shallow fish. Either on the screw head, the underspin, I have a jig. I've caught them on a jig today. That rock crawler, heck, I could throw a jerk bait up there and get them. You know, so we'll just that's what we're going to go for as far as planned, and we'll see how it turns out. I would love to do really good this first tournament of the year, and there's nothing like starting the year off with some momentum, so that's what we are hoping to do. Anyway, stick with us. We got one more day of practice tomorrow. I'm probably going to launch out of this same ramp, but I'm going to run. I launched out of Site 6 and actually came north into the main lake. I think tomorrow I'm going to launch at Site 6 and go south down the river towards where I launched yesterday, which was Cattail, and see if I can reproduce this shallow pattern down there on points. The only dangerous thing is shallow fish are pretty easy to catch. So if somebody else catches on, you know, then it's going to be just a race to who can get the best size off those points in the shallow fish. But we are definitely going to give it our best and see how it all plays out. Well, I guess that answers that question. That's a chatterbait in 49-degree water. Starting off the day with a 16-inch smallie on the jackhammer. So what's going on, everybody? This is day one of the Bassmaster Kayak Series event here on Lake Havasu. It's 7:46, so it's 16 minutes after line's in. Just put my first fish in the boat. That was a 17 3/4 largemouth. It's actually my second bite. I had one grab the underspin as I was reeling it up to the boat. Stay with us. It's going to get bumpy today with the wind, but we're going to do our best to see if we can put 5 good ones in the boat. Oh my goodness. Never ever give up. Smalley's moving up shop. $15 1/4. Little Smalley. Gotta keep your head in the game. $19 3/4. That's why you keep your head in the game. You just never know. It's our only fish today so far.